Good day, Totten and all my fellow friends. We are from Group B. We would like to summarize our group assignment in this video, which include the background of each order, which is the company that we choose, as well as the discussion of the interview with the HR manager for each order. Moreover, we also designed a job advertisement for the HR assistant position based on the job analysis, since the HR manager said that she is looking for the HR assistant. Lastly, we will discuss the method that we use in the job analysis and the selection tools that can be used.
Isalto wants to be an outstanding automotive digital marketplace that uses data insight to aid both consumers and firms in making educated choices. So, Isalto is a company that always prioritizes inequality. Isalto vehicles always have been checked background, so there is no red flag, and also customer can make a choices confidently. By making a few simple steps outlined on their websites, customer may now quickly search the automobile that they want and take a test drive before making a purchase choice. Customer may now experience an end-to-end solution that makes auto purchasing and selling more accessible and enjoyable with Ease Auto.
Next, we will move on to the discussion of the interview question. The first question was briefly explain the issues and challenges of the COVID-19 on the workforce practices that you were facing. So the HR manager's reply was, the first issue was to comply with the company's rules and regulation. This is because the company rules and regulations were needed to be compliant to the related government rules, mainly the Ministry of Health during the COVID-19 situation. The next challenges was hiring process. This is due to the lack of revenue during the COVID-19. The companies need to froze the hiring process in order to cope up with their costs. So the third challenges would be lack of agility, because most of the jobs were replaced by technology. Therefore, the companies were urged to adapt to the technology since the COVID-19 have begun.
For the second question is changing in company's rules. Employees will have a coordination issue. Coordination issue will arise when the employees need to have a discussion for a certain problem. Previously, the discussion is by face-to-face, but since COVID-19, employees need to do an online discussion. It is hard for them to discuss about the problem since maybe there are some certain issue which need to use some documents and evidence to solve it. The next one is communication and uncertainty issue. Employee will have lack of communication with each other since they will only interact with each other on the online platform. Moreover, it can also give the company cybersecurity abundance. Uncertainty issue can affect on the work engagement. There are some employees who are happy to work from home, but there are also some complaints about it since it might distract them to do a better work. And lastly, cannot measure the productivity. Companies cannot measure and determine the results and their employees' productivity since they are currently working remotely.
For the question number 3, Ms. Shantini said that the company had been understaffed during COVID-19. It happens because the requirement is outnumbering the number of available workforce in the company. And from the quality aspect, she explained that the company is looking for person-organization match. These points were justified because during pandemic, the employees had to do new duties and multiple jobs because of understaffing. She also said that she preferred quality than quantity of employees because in this situation, productivity is more important to sustain the company.
Next will be question 4. According to HR manager for each order, she said that the company actually is facing the hiring issue. From the view of each order, there is a lot of demand in the labor market, but the supply is less. In other words, there are many postings of advertisement for vacancy, but no one is applying. For the example, the HR manager have been looking for the HR assistant, but it takes a very long time for someone to fill the position. So For the company recruitment practice, she used the diversity, equity, and candidates experience to recruit the new employee. Means that the candidates should be able to do many things, such as multiple job scope.
Okay, now let's move on to the fifth question. The fifth question is, which methods, internal or external, do you deploy when you recruit potential employees? The HR manager's reply was, she will do external recruitment just for limited position. Therefore, she prefer going for internal recruitment because if she can feel that she can deploy this person to do additional job, she is okay with it. Next, internal hiring is preferable for her because she can drag any other employees from different departments into another department. Next, she mentioned that she does external recruitment on case basis only. So, if a staff has more experiences and can actually do more than a job, the HR manager would definitely go for internal hiring.
For question 6, as for the internal, the measurements are based on the person which can do the 2-person job, meaning that there are one employee which he or she can do 2 different types of job. The HR manager does not have to outsource but can just pay that employee to do some extra jobs. Moreover, she prefers internal measurement so that she can minimize the cost. If she uses the external measurement, she needs to come up with more cost since it will involve advertisement and so on. She also used the additional pay in terms of compensation to make it easier to get the employees since they already know the job scope.
For question number 7, Ms. Shantini said that she makes most of the HR decision in the company. In terms of decision-wise, she stated that it is not only by her. She will also take opinion and advices from other bilateral party in the company. But in the end, she is the one that will make the decision. She also said that as a HR practitioner, she need to have a principle of justice in decision making since she makes a lot of decision making in most of the HR aspects, from hiring, changing management to changing procedure. She evaluates herself based on her quality by discussing with top management or convince them to make sure her decision is rightful.
The thing that Miss Shantini feel like a major issue in her career as a HR manager is she is very oriented person. She feel it is very hard for her to make a decision when it comes to hiring and terminates the worker. She also said that when it comes to hiring a new employee, the best candidate will be very demandful, and for her it will be a situation of it's either she do or she die. Whatever that she did is for the company, and Miss Shantini also a very result oriented person. So she always do her job wisely and making plan ahead.
In this section, we have conducted job analysis for the HR assistant position. So as an outcome of the job analysis, we could obtain job descriptions and job specifications. So in the job description of the HR assistant would be to work closely with the HR manager on all HR related matters. Next, to upkeep employee personal files and records. Next, to assist in the preparation of employment documentation, to schedule and arrange interviews, to assist in the application and renewal of work passes for foreign workers, to oversee employee performance management system that encourages staff engagement self-reflection, to ensure legal compliance by monitoring and implementing applicable human resource requirements. This would be the job description for the HR assistant position.
Job specification shows the qualification required to perform tasks, duties and responsibilities listed in the job description. Applicants can demonstrate and prove that they have the skills, knowledge and abilities to perform the tasks listed in the job description using job specification. Job specification is used by recruiters to attract most qualified applicants. So, the qualification for human resource assistant Each applicant must have a diploma or bachelor's degree in human resource management or equivalent because they need to have knowledge on how to perform HR related matters. They also need to have at least 2 years of working experience in the related field so that they already have an idea on how to manage tasks based on past experience. The skills required are fluency in written and spoken Bahasa Malaysia and English, basic knowledge of labor laws, confidentiality, excellent in communication and interpersonal skills, ability to handle multiple projects and deadlines, computer literate, good problem solving skills, and proficient with Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint.
In this session, we will discuss about the method that used in the job advertisement. First is targeted method, which emphasizes the specific causal need for the particular positions. So from the job advertisement of each order, we can see that there are some of the requirements as stated, such as minimum educational qualification, experience, and skills that need to become the HR assistant. So by using this method, the job seeker can verify and judge their own eligibility before they apply for the job. Therefore, each order can reduce the amount of time spent for screening the applicants who do not match the criteria.
And yeah, the next one is branded method. Branded method concentrates on an organization on position in the marketplace. That is why companies always brag about being placed in the list like the best place to work. The descriptive features and benefits of the organization will be highlighted in the job advertisement by employing the branded method. Based on the job advertisement, as we can see, Ace Auto has adopted a branded method to emphasize the position of the company in the particular market. In the job advertisement, it stated that looking for a career, not just a job, you are in the right place. Ace Auto emphasized the benefits they will provide to their employees, such as opportunities for promotion and professional development. Ace Auto also provides an annual medical allowance of 500 ringgit to its employees as an effort to show that the companies actually appreciate them.
Next, we will move on to the selection tools. Selection basically refers to the process of screening and evaluating the external job candidates, and it is considered as one of the most practically relevant and widely investigated subjects. Therefore, the first selection tools would be structured interview. Structured interview is a highly regimented, job-related evaluation tool. It gives a thoughtful and extensive construction to find an individual who is a good fit for both the job and the organization. Therefore, Ace Auto will use this tool to find the best candidate for the position of HR Assistant Manager in their firm. This is because Ace Auto is an organization which values quality over quantity. Thus, it is very critical for the organization to make judgments before selecting the best individual for this role.
Structured interview are classified into two types, situational and experience-based. Situational interview evaluates an applicant's ability to project how their behavior is, and the objectives that they set is considered and will be predictors to what they will do in the future. Then, experience-based interviews evaluates prior actions that are related to prospective employees, assuming that the past actions predicts future behavior. These tools are suitable to find applicants' KSA, and like Ms. Shantini said, that the company need employees with person-organization match, which structured interviews can easily find.
The next one is the situational judgment test. The situational judgment test is a hybrid selection technique that incorporates some of the qualities of an ability test, particularly a job knowledge test, as well as certain components of the work sample. Ace Auto may utilize this tool to choose the HR assistant manager. For example, it may be presented with a situation in which a team inside the business is at odds, and the applicant must choose the best approaches to settle the problem. Situational judgment exam may also be used to evaluate softer interpersonal skills and non-academic competencies. This exam is often administered through the computer, allowing the results to be automatically compiled into a cumulative score, which is then handed to the employers.
So through the situational judgment test, each author is able to identify that whether the candidate is matched with the job. So the company can test the candidate's skill and ability to solve a particular problem, which can determine that the candidate is able to perform the task as HR assistant. Same with the person and organization match. By using these tools, each author will know whether the candidate can match with the organization culture based on what pattern or where the candidate used to solve the problem, such as the conflict arise between the worker, as each author is holding the principle that provide the friendly working environment for the employee. Therefore, the HR assistant should use a more suitable way to solve the problem, which are consistent with the organization culture.
From the talk with Ms. Shantini, we may conclude that is auto really prioritize the quality of their staff over the quantity of their staff. They think that if company has a large number of high quality employee, it will be able to fulfill their objective. And also as a result, it is critical for the firm to make a solid decision when selecting staff, and also the job posting for the empty position must also be exact in order to get the target correct set of individual who match the role, person job fit and person organization role.